Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Subject Crypto. Today, we got a lot to talk about in terms of advances for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency blockchain technology. We got all of that coming up great in the future. Check me out on Twitter. Follow me if you so choose. So, looking at the price, we do have... If you're observing, you can see that this was the thumbnail for the previous video. So, we did have a little nasty candle that we're currently still developing under. So, this, in terms of short term, if we break this support level here, we're definitely going to go back down to a nice 8,200, which has been historically a significant level. So we're either gonna, bounce off this. We did get a little wick, so we had a little tiny reaction when we hit these levels. We had massive reaction during the pre-halvening dump, where there was just massive amounts of reactions back during this level. So could we retest it? It's very possible. If we do, we're still going to be in this range here. What I'd be looking for is a test back up here. If we don't make it back up there, then we are probably in a trend reversal, and that would be not good for short-term, can't even talk. Short-term, still can't talk. But long-term, it would be great, because then you can, rebuy in down here. Also, you can watch your portfolio shrink in half. So yeah, we got great things going on. CoinMarketCalendar, we're checking it out. Very similar to yesterday. Nothing really changed much. We got Theta Mainnet 2.0 coming out on the 27th, which is 3 days from now. We got Phoenix Mainnet also coming out. We got some listings from OneChain, and Ethereum Classic has a Q1 transparency report. Those are the big ones. So, going on to the news, we got Africa is experiencing a crypto renaissance, and this is phenomenal. Like, the original target audience was kind of places with struggling economies for blockchain usage, and Africa is really thriving, or beginning to, because of the blockchain. So we have reports of where is it at? We have Nigeria. They have 11% of total transactions in Africa, and South Africa with 13%. And along with that, South Africa had its second strongest weekly volume on the P2P BTC marketplace, with 165 million worth of Bitcoin exchanging hands. So we are in an uptrend, spark of a renaissance for decentralized finance, where people get to take their own wealth into their own hands. So yeah, this is phenomenal. This is great. Going on to China. China's Congress proposed blockchain development fund, and that was pretty phenomenal as well. So, the National People's Congress have been proposed with the idea of having a fund towards blockchain development, and this will lead them to hopefully smart governance, which would be, if this would happen, it would be the first government to become a smart government, which would be very interesting to see. So, this article is very interesting. That's pretty much the bottom line. It's a very short one. But, so China might be a first smart government with use of blockchain technology. As a person from the United States, I'd be like, well, we're once again behind on the evolution of money. So, very interesting stuff there. Good job, China. I'm talking about the halvening. Sorry, I didn't scroll back up here. Post-2020 halvening adjustment. Pretty significant because the decline in the hash rate was significant during right after the halvening. And so we have the average block time. Here's where the halvening, and it's been on an uptrend ever since. So what this means is essentially, here's another graph that kind of depicts the same thing. But so we're looking at the average seconds, and we're sitting at about 106 currently. So what this means is basically weak miners or unprofitable ones are probably going to be weaned out. They're probably going to hang up their coats and say it was a good run. But on another hand, the revenue from the fees has increased significantly after the halvening, or even just right before it. I think this is where the last adjustment was, and then we had the halvening, and everything in terms of fees. I mean, they're really cashing out. That's a 300% plus increase in just transaction fees alone. So miners are still finding a way to make a little bit extra money, even though their Bitcoin has been cut in half. So good luck to them. Here's just the average fees in terms of the actual quantity of Bitcoin. So it still shows the same thing. We got massive spikes up here. So there's been a lot of volatility along those lines, and that's probably what those spikes are. The number of transactions has been more solidly around the 2,000 Bitcoin mark. It's honestly on a little bit of an uptrend, kind of. So still sitting about 2,100 transactions per block. So it's very solid, very solid. Going on to China again in terms of the mining season, is that they might become even more of a powerhouse due to the wet season in China. So essentially what's going to happen is in the wet season, electricity is going to be cheaper because they're going to be just producing it. They have through their various dams and stuff. So electricity is going to be cheaper. Mining operations are going to become more profitable. So it could drop even further than what it is currently with all of these things mashing together. So that is also very interesting as well. And that is all that I have for you guys today. But let's look at the price one more time. Sitting at 89.18 currently. We're below the 9,000. I don't think 9,000 is really a psychological mark, but it has been used back here in the previous times, as well as here, and now we're testing it on as support rather than resistance. So if it falls through, definite trend reversal. If not, we're still going up. But what I see right here, just in terms of none of these things, if you just take all these off, it's still kind of like a consolidation, possible pendulum. But this is what I'm sticking with, and I hope you guys stay safe out there. Hope you got a lot of great information from my video, and from Subject Crypto to all of you. I hope you all have a lovely day. Peace out.